From the CISO series, it's Cybersecurity Headlines.
These are the cybersecurity headlines for Friday, March 20th, 2026. I'm Steve Prentice. Critical Microsoft SharePoint flaw now exploited in attacks. According to CISA, this CVE-numbered flaw, which was patched in January, is now being exploited. It affects SharePoint Enterprise Server 2016 and 2019 and SharePoint Server Subscription Edition. Successful exploitation, quote, enables threat actors without privileges to achieve remote code execution on unpatched servers in low-complexity attacks that exploit a deserialization of untrusted data weakness, end quote. SharePoint Server 2007 and 2010 and SharePoint Server 2013 are also vulnerable to these attacks, but being end of support, they no longer receive security updates. Consequently, admins of these systems are advised to upgrade to a supported version to help block the attacks. First Protect reveals endpoint security platform intended to prevent cyber attacks in real time. A startup by the name of First Protect, that is 1ST Protect, emerged from stealth mode yesterday to announce its endpoint security platform that, quote, monitors system behavior and user intent to prevent cyber attacks in real time, end quote. Their solution, quote, enforces security policies at runtime, blocking malicious behavior at the operating system level instead of relying on a cloud architecture for decision-making, end quote. It does this by analyzing the attack's destination and intent and operates as a self-defending system, even in disconnected or restricted environments. The startup's chief executive officer, Kervin Pillay, previously served as chief technology officer of automation at Cisco, while its chief technology officer, Rafael Ivji, held senior leadership positions at SentinelOne, CrowdStrike, Symantec, and ForcePoint. CISA urges U.S. organizations to secure Microsoft Intune systems following Stryker breach. This warning refers to Microsoft's published guidance on hardening Intune administrative controls shortly after Stryker was breached in an incident that has been since claimed by Iranian-linked hacktivist group Handala. A source familiar with the incident, in which 50 terabytes of data were stolen and nearly 80,000 devices were wiped, said the attack used a new global administrator account created after compromising an administrator account. CISA is now urging all U.S. organizations to, quote, harden their Intune environments to make them more resilient against similar attacks that could target their own networks, end quote. Salt Security launches agentic security platform for the AI stack. This release, named the Salt Agentic Security Platform, has been designed to enable organizations to adopt AI agents safely and at scale. To enhance connectivity, the platform allows visibility into the full set of relationships between LLMs, MCP servers, and APIs that enable agent behavior. According to Roy Eliyahu, CEO and co-founder of Salt Security, quote, most security systems focus on prompts and models, but the real enterprise risk is not just in what an agent can say. It is in what an agent can do through MCP servers and APIs, end quote. Huge thanks to our sponsor, Adaptive Security. This episode is brought to you by Adaptive Security, the first security awareness platform built to stop AI-powered social engineering. Picture a new hire who interviews well, except they're synthetic. AI video, AI voice, AI backstory. Once they're in, they go after payroll, internal documents, and access. That's the new reality. The attack surface is trust itself. Adaptive fights back with realistic deepfake simulations and training that actually sticks. Learn more at adaptivesecurity.com. That's the two words, adaptivesecurity.com. Maximum Severity Ubiquity Unify flaw may allow account takeover. Ubiquity has now patched 2 vulnerabilities in the Unify network application, including a maximum severity flaw that may allow attackers to take over user accounts. The flaw, which has a CVE number, impacts Unify Network Application version 10.1.85 and earlier, and is addressed in versions 10.1.89 or later. Successful exploitation enables threat actors without privileges to exploit a path traversal vulnerability to access files on the targeted devices and potentially hijack user accounts in low-complexity attacks that do not require user interaction. Russian hackers exploit Zimbra flaw to breach Ukrainian maritime agency. A Russian state-backed hacker group, likely APT28, who we all know as Fancy Bear, has targeted a Ukrainian government agency by sending phishing emails through a vulnerability in Zimbra webmail software. The victim was the State Hydrographic Service of Ukraine, which plays a role in maritime navigation and other critical infrastructure services. The attackers exploited a CVE-numbered cross-site scripting flaw, allowing them to inject malicious code directly into an email viewed through Zimbra's browser-based interface. The attack did not use an attachment, but instead embedded the exploit within the body of a single email. Navia incident exposes health plan information. Navia Benefit Solutions, a third-party administrator for more than 10,000 companies, has announced that almost 2.7 million people had health plan information, social security numbers, and other sensitive data stolen during a security incident that began in December. Navia manages company healthcare benefits like health reimbursement arrangements and flexible spending accounts. Perseus Android banking malware exploits Notes apps. Researchers at Threat Fabric are warning of a new Android malware family called Perseus, whose mission is device takeover and financial fraud. As a more flexible and capable platform than its parents, Cerberus and Phoenix, Perseus monitors user notes, indicating a focus on extracting high-value personal or financial information. Campaigns are currently focusing on areas in Turkey and Italy. Have you joined us for a live Department of No show yet? I know you've heard it in your podcast feed, but if you can, please join us this Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time for the live stream. We love featuring our favorite comments during the show, and you can get your questions answered directly by our security leader guests. Plus, you get to meet some of your fellow Cybersecurity Headlines fans in the chat. So why not set a calendar reminder to join the stream on the CISO Series YouTube channel Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern. And if you have some thoughts on the news from today or about this show in general, please be sure to reach out to us at feedback@cisoseries.com. We would love to hear from you. I'm Steve Prentice, reporting for the CISO Series.
Cybersecurity headlines are available every weekday. Head to CISOseries.com for the full stories behind the headlines.